You been out to visit Jason lately?
Why do you ask?
Just wondering if there was any word on his murder case.
Oh, I think your son would know more than I do.
Oh, Stanford tells me nothing. That's why I'm asking. Now, I might not agree with how Jason makes his living, but I like him, and I don't want to see him convicted. But as a mother, I can't help thinking that it might be a good thing. You know, the wake-up call that Stanford needs.
To rethink his career.
Well, if the untouchable Jason Morgan goes to prison, maybe Stanford will get out of the mob and avoid getting into the same boat.
Yeah, I can understand why you're concerned, but when I see Jason, we don't really discuss the case.
You just talk about Jake?
Elizabeth, can I speak to you for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to do this in person in case you had any questions or concerns.
Okay, about what?
You're being subpoenaed as a witness for the prosecution in the murder trial against Jason Morgan.
Sit at the opposite side of the table. No physical contact with the prisoner.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Is Jake okay?
Yeah, he's fine. I'm here about your trial. I've been called to testify against you. Rick served me in person. He apologized for involving me, but said I had important testimony to offer.
It's gonna be okay.
Jason, I'm a witness for the prosecution. I'm sure I know something that's going to damage you. I just don't know what it is.
Whatever Rick asks, just tell the truth.
What if it's the truth that hurts you?
This is exactly why I've never discussed my business with you. Because you can get up on that stand and you can honestly say you have no idea about my business or my dealings with Alcazar.
And Rick, I'm sure he knows that, so why is he calling me to testify?
Rick is trying to mess with my head. He knows that you're important to me and he's trying to use that against me. I was visiting you in the hospital the afternoon Alcazar went missing.
So you came by my room, we talked about the baby. What if Rick asks about Jake?
Just answer his question.
Jason, Rick knows that we slept together. What if he brings that up in court? What if he finds out that Jake is your son?
Tell Rick the truth about what happened that day in the hospital.
You came by my room. I asked you if you wanted to hold Jake. He was in your arms. I thanked you again for saving him. Your phone rang.
That's right.
It was a quick call. I don't know what the conversation was about. You hung up and then you left.
That's it. That's all you need to say on the witness stand.
Okay, but I know Rick. He's going to make it seem like that was the call to go kill Alcazar. If I don't mention the phone call, then...
Just tell Rick what he wants to hear, and he'll leave our personal relationship out of it.
Forget it. I am not going to help Rick prosecute you. Hey, thanks for covering for me.
You saw Jason today?
Yes, and I know why I've been subpoenaed, and I'm pretty sure the questions Rick's been asking me, I just don't know how I'm going to answer them.
Tell the truth.
Funny, that's what Jason said.
Honey, you do not want to play with the legal system. You just answer the questions and let the lawyers worry about how to spin it.
Jason has helped me so much. I would just like to be able to protect him for a change.
Excuse me, sorry. Can I speak to you again for a moment?
Why not? Everyone else has.
I'll be right back. What's going on?
I need some advice on Lulu. She's been spending time with this guy, Logan Hayes, works for Sonny. Now, she insists that he's a decent guy, but...
Well, if she sees good in him, who are we to tell her she's wrong?
Because she could get hurt.
Nicholas, I know you really want to protect your sister, but if you tell her to stay away, you might just push her right towards him.
Well, then how do I handle it?
You're not going to like my answer.
Listen, I'll respect your opinion, but don't tell me to mind my own business.
If she wants to see Logan, she will. When you care about somebody, you don't do as your family tells you. You just follow your heart. Apparently. The good news is,
You are being transferred back to Port Charles.
Okay.
The bad news is the trial starts the next day.
Okay, may as well get it over with.
Rick Lansing has added some interesting names to his witness list. A Donald Clooney and Mrs. Elizabeth Spencer. Rick is almost certain to ask Elizabeth about that phone call that you received on the day you visited her in the hospital, the day that Lorenzo Alcazar disappeared. Now, I'm going to try and get most of that thrown out as hearsay.
No, just let Rick ask whatever he wants. Get Elizabeth off the stand as fast as possible. That's what you do.
Her testimony is potentially incriminating to you.
Rick knows that Elizabeth and I slept together.
Does he know that you are the baby's father?
I don't think so. But if he asks Elizabeth under oath, she's going to tell the truth, and then everybody is going to know that Jake is mine, and that's going to put him in a lot of danger.
I understand that, but we need to steer Rick away from the subject of that phone
I don't
call.
want you to steer Rick away from anything.
Jason, listen to me. If Rick makes a connection between that phone call and Lorenzo Alcazar's disappearance and manages to convince a jury of that connection...
Diane, I don't want Rick digging into my private life because I will do whatever it takes to protect my son!
Even if it means sending yourself to prison for life.